Sir, it's been months and people still aren't buying our slop. Renting a new office was not a good idea.
Let us create a Roblox game.
Sir, the game we already made is doing absolutely horribly. We should invest in other ventures.
Yeah! Seriously, they have to be running out of brands to do this with. What's next? An investment company makes a Roblox game? You know, I was kidding when I said that. By now, you probably know what a corporate game is. Roblox games made by a development team on payroll from a company. Yet the kinds of brands that advertise their product on this platform are kinda interesting. Exhibit A, Pancake Empire Tower Tycoon by Fidelity Investments. What does making a pancake tower have to do with investing? That is beyond me. All I know is that this game is all about gambling and risk. Even the currency that you get to sell is gambling. One is guaranteed to give you a normal value, while the others have a chance of giving you a boost and another chance of losing some. In terms of the main gameplay, the game is kinda It's just going back and forth, collecting the orbs, then selling them. You can also combine your pancakes to make better ones. It just feels less of a tycoon and more of an incremental game. There's also, for some reason, a snack attack game mode, where you have to constantly climb up a tower of breakfast while avoiding the lava. You can collect wham-whams, which are currency, or you can collect mystery boxes, which can either give you power-ups or harm you. Losing all your lives, I assume, makes you lose everything because there are doors around the place which gives you boost if you leave. Or you can risk it all and go for a higher score. It sounds neat on paper, but in execution, it just kind of feels a bit tedious. After around 3 rounds, I got around 10,000 wham-whams, which I can use at the wait a minute. Is that free UGC? Normally, free UGC is like super hard to get in these kinds of games. Yeah, at this point I'm a walking advertisement, but at the same time, the backpack looks kinda cool. Still though, it doesn't really excuse the poor gameplay. Kia Eco Drive feels like this one game that I would play during a Roblox event and never again. Like, I get what they did by making a driving game with Kia, but at the same time, this just feels like every other racing game ever. I know that the whole thing is supposed to be like, oh, Kia can go off-road. However, I saw myself getting stuck a lot of times. And some of the racetracks just feel really clunky to play through. Super sharp turns that force you to go slow when you're supposed to be doing a time trial. One cool thing though is that there are a lot of professions, I guess. Like there are emergency response tasks. And this random rhythm game with the worst charting I've ever seen. Like seriously, this would make Friday Night Funkin' modders in 2020 shed a tear. All in all though, it's a pretty okay but forgettable game. Build-A-Bear Tycoon. It's just Mega Mansion Tycoon. Like, I'm not even gonna pretend it's remotely different, this is just Mega Mansion Tycoon. Except with advertisements for a bunch of UGC everywhere. I mean, sure, you have customizable Build-A-Bear pets, which you can equip, but you can't really do anything with them. I mean, I didn't really have that high of a bar considering how this is game fam, but still. The building is good, but I mean, couldn't they have at least tried to be a bit more original? Huh, really easy Obby. This doesn't look like a corporate game. There's no intrusive advertising besides the occasional item box in which, like, yeah, that's a given in Obbies. No Game Pass buttons everywhere, it's just an Obby. What's wrong about that? Oh, god damn it! I have no idea why GameFam would make this, but I mean, hey, it is a really easy Obby. This is the worst racing game I've ever played. I'm not even gonna beat around the bush with this one, it just sucks. The cars go way too fast for the super small map. You can barely race in the hub world. I think this clip can sum up how well the driving is in this game. There's no automatic rotation correction, you just have to hope that you hit an object that flips it over again. There is a sub-place where you can go more freely, but at the same time, it's just barren. No decoration. The race selection was buggy as all hell, and I couldn't even click play. And the sub-place racing itself absolutely sucked due to the small amount of space you get in the super fast car. All in all, if you're looking for a racing game, please do not play this. It's just way too fast for such a small map. Now, going into it, Paddington Mission Marmalade looks like an actually solid game based off the promotion art. Get the ingredients, go to Paddington's house, give him the materials, watch him for a minute as he makes the marmalade, go back, and sell them. Wash, rinse, and repeat for the entire game, and you're pretty much good. Of course, you can buy more suitcases to hold more items, or spend Robux to automate the entire process, or teleport to key locations. Yeah, this game blows. It is just so unbelievably boring. This game is an eternal fetch quest. The only other thing you can do besides cleaning up trash on the ground is just watch a trailer for Paddington in Peru. There used to be UGC, however that sold out a long time ago. I saw a factory, so I assume there's more to the game, but it's just so boring that I just can't bother to play anymore. Gabby's Dollhouse. No extra naming like Tycoon or Simulator, just Gabby's Dollhouse. Official. Wait a minute, this is just Mega Mansion Tycoon again. Granted, it's based on the one and only Gabby's Dollhouse, whatever that is. And you can also play for hours to get all the playable characters that I had no idea existed before now. If you're a die-hard Gabby's Dollhouse fan and you want to take a look at a 3D model of the building, then just go to the Hangout portal with the full map already completed. It's right there. What's the point of doing the Tycoon besides the useless items for your avatar that you can't even take out of the game? Sure, the modeling is decent, but like still. Even for children, this entire game just feels kind of pointless, just walking from point A to point B. I guess the other point was to like roleplay, but I mean like, I guess? If you're that young, I don't even think you should be roleplaying on Roblox either way. Oh boy, another Hyundai game. I bet it's gonna be just as good as the last one. Wait a minute, the game doesn't suck? It's an actually detailed obby? With multiple maps? Yeah, so I actually really like the decoration here. Granted, it's no Shovelworks Studios game, but I mean, hey. For an obby game, it's pretty commendable. On the map I played on, you get to slide down a water slide, play Color Party, fight a mini-boss that I took out in 5 seconds, and discover the entire water park was actually on an airship. I am a sucker for futuristic design, so I really like the whole future theme they have going on. It's a decently solid Obby game in general, too. There was also UGC that's now sold out. In general, while it's not the best Obby game in the world, it's decent for what it is. Definitely one of the better games we've played in this video. Australian Open Adventure 2025. It's tennis! Yeah, this game is bland as hell. I also spent 10 minutes looking for 7 kangaroos with an ambiguous reward just to fail. In short, it's tennis. Nothing else. At all. Unless you count 1 miniature obby and finding kangaroos as a game. Hell's Kitchen, the big one. The game that prides itself in constantly insulting you. Then again, that is what Hell's Kitchen is all about, right? Gordon Ramsay just insults people? Then again, I'm not sure if a time machine and a kitchen demon are actual parts of the show. It starts out with Gordon Ramsay introducing us to Hell's Kitchen. The aim of the game is to go over to get the ingredients and make food, while also balancing multiple orders at a time. Every time the round ends, the average score of each team is tallied up. The team with the lowest average then has to pick a person to go home. So then you have to like really quickly do some social manipulation to get the other people to not vote you. Also, if you leave the food hot for like a split second, Gordon Ramsay just insults you. If there are only 2 people on your team, the lowest scorer on your team, if you have the worst average, goes home. Therefore, you also have to compete against your teammates in order to not get eliminated. All in all, a pretty repetitive but interesting game cycle. Log off? Okay, if that's what you want. As long as these massive multiplayer games exist, corporations will always target them. Hell, even Fortnite's not safe from it. But I know that the developers of these games mean well. Yeah, I know that they didn't want Paddington Mission Marmalade to play like absolute crap, but they did their best, I think. The reality is that some of these games can be actually good. Hyundai Future Adventure had really good design. But when the company known for underpaying employees makes a game for another company, yeah, you can't help but kinda scoff at that. In the end, these games were pretty decent at best, bad at worst. There was nothing absolutely horrible in these games. So if you want to play them, that's fine by me. I mean, another multi-billion-dollar corporation to support. Who knows? They might even make a return on investment.